In my foreign policy news, Russian President Vladimir Putin has proposed a constitutional amendment to ban gay marriage in an attempt to raise turnout for a constitutional referendum to keep him in power. However, polls have suggested low turnout and little enthusiasm for the referendum. The ban is one in a package of new amendments to the constitutional review process. Parliament is expected to clear a full referendum vote before the planned referendum on April 22nd. In international news, 1 year after killing 51 worshippers at 2 Christchurch mosques, Brenton Tarrant of Australia has pled guilty. He is considered to have committed the worst atrocity in New Zealand's modern history, and he initially pled not guilty, with his trial starting in June. However, he recently decided to plead guilty to 51 counts of murder, 40 counts of attempted murder, and 1 count of terrorism at the Christchurch High Court. Trump has feeling that a lot of the numbers are just bigger than they're going to be during the coronavirus outbreak. Coronavirus leads to respiratory disease known as COVID-19. His urgent request for ventilators is that they aren't as needed as the New York governor has said that they are. The New York governor called for 30,000 ventilators, and Trump believed that he did not need that many. And this is regarding political beliefs because it's a response to the New York governor's response to the pandemic, which has been a very political case recently. In institutions of government, the House of Representatives, part of the legislative branch, has approved a $2.2 trillion rescue package in an attempt to help the U.S. economy and healthcare system. This would ship roughly $1,200 to millions of Americans, offer loans, grants, and tax breaks to small and large businesses, and try to bolster unemployment. This bill awaits Trump's signature, which recently just passed, and people are currently getting those right now. Due to COVID-19, federal and state governments have been forced to take extreme measures like closing borders, business shutdowns, and canceling large gatherings. According to the Harvard Gazette, 1 in 5 Americans have been asked by local and state officials to stay home. This would normally go against civil liberties. However, legal experts say quarantine is a restriction on our liberties. However, these liberties are not absolute and can be taken away under compelling ground, like the current public health emergency we are experiencing. In domestic policy, we have House Democrats introducing a plan. Recently, 2 Democrat lawmakers in the House of Representatives have introduced a bill to give $2,000 a month for U.S. citizens. On Tuesday, April 14th, the Emergency Money for the People Act was introduced. In it, U.S. citizens that are 16 and older that make less than $130,000 a year would receive $2,000 from the federal government for at least 6 months, and this would last until unemployment falls to pre-pandemic levels. In news of the bizarre, on Friday, April 17th, a man in Florida encased his arms in barrels full of concrete. He did this outside the governor's mansion in protest of the state's continuing to hold prisoners amid the coronavirus pandemic. Tallahassee police arrested the man, Jordan Masurek, around 10:30 a.m. after cutting him out of 2 55-gallon drums of concrete that were connected by a PVC pipe. In local news, on Friday, April 17th, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds announced that they will keep state schools closed for the rest of the academic year. This decision was made to contain the spread of the coronavirus. Due to this, more than 500 Iowa school districts, including all public schools, are providing distance learning. So I won't likely see you anytime soon, and I genuinely wish that I could have said goodbye to you, Mrs. Downing. I'm sorry.